What's up, motherfuckers? I'm Tyler Maas. This is my guest, Gregory León. I guess we'll start at the beginning. What was your your origin to food, to this line of work?
My dad has a really big family. I grew up in Venezuela, and so on any given weekend, I had aunts and uncles and cousins and the friends, and there was music, and everybody was cooking. So it's always something I really enjoyed.
What are a few of the other restaurants around here that you'd recommend?
When I wake up and I'm like, I want some kick-ass fried chicken, I know I'm gonna go see Caitlin at the Tandem. If I want a really good sandwich, some great beef, and a salad, I know I can go visit Karen at Bofferding. And if you want some breakfast, go to the National Cafe, because that place is amazing.
What was your hope when you moved here?
My only hopes were to open a little restaurant and be able to feed some people, and have a good crew to work with, and enjoy myself every day.
What about the... actually, we should maybe do a shot.
Should we do a shot?
If you want to.
Sure, we can do a shot. Ready? Cheers.
I miss my mouth. You mentioned you've lived here for about seven years. Your restaurant's about 3.5 years
It'll be
old.
4 in August.
Is it hard having the work and home balance? Your husband is...
So he's part owner of the restaurant and he does the front of the house. December of 2013, which is when we opened the pop-up, Amilinda. And then we did that about a year. We would turn the National Cafe into Amilinda. We sat about 30 people, I think, maybe a little bit less. We had a set menu, a super small menu, reservation only. It was super fun. I miss those days. We didn't have a kitchen, so I would be prepping everything in my house because we would bring plates and glassware and everything. Without a pop-up, there's a big leap of faith. You're opening your doors and you're hoping people are going to show up and going to know where you are and what you're doing. We were lucky enough that we were able to introduce ourselves to the community, show them what kind of food we were doing, get them to know us as people. So by the time we opened Amilinda brick and mortar, people were just happy because there were more seats.
What is the origin of the name Amilinda?
It is a combination of my parents' name. So my father's name is Amilcar, and he is from Venezuela. And my mother's name was Linda. In Venezuela, there's a tradition of naming your houses, and it's not like here where you're gonna name your estate. It's like everybody does it. So it was the name of one of the first home my parents bought in Venezuela, and it's where my brothers and I grew up, and there's a lot of memories with family and friends and food. So for many years, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna name this restaurant, and just one day it just kind of popped in my head. I'm like, why don't you just name it this? The restaurant is to pay homage to my parents. They taught me how to love food and a little bit of cooking, so. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
It's refreshing.
What have you learned over the course of your nearly 4 years of business?
Even if we go home and we're not talking about it, I know we're both thinking about the stuff that we need to do the next day, or how today went, or it's not necessarily even bad things. We'll be like, oh my God, that dish tonight was awesome. I like the fact that we work together, believe it or not, because if not, we'd never see each other. And we do have fun, when that restaurant is at 100% and everybody's perfect and everybody's doing what they're supposed to and that food's coming out great, it's a super fun place to be. And I'm very proud of what we're putting out of the kitchen right now, and the stuff that we're doing for the community also. So I feel like as a chef, we're lucky enough that we get to do what we love for a living, and not a lot of people can say that.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Sonic. I love a Route 44 cherry limeade. I really like Shake Shack's burgers. Unless I'm going to Good Kind on a Tuesday for one of Paul's burgers. In-N-Out, bacon, cheese, onions, ketchup, pickles. That's it. There used to be this chain called Burger Chef. And for some reason, the taste of those damn hamburgers are stuck in my head. I think I Googled it a couple weeks ago, or some time back, to just see about it. It's out of business now.
Have you tried banging it?
binging it.
Yeah, you might get different results if you try Bing.
Really?
No.
I'm like, what? There's a whole separate internet? It's called the dark web.
Yeah, Bing it's like the dork web.
Is it? Oh my God. Oh.
These guys love it.
So my grandparents on my mother's side were born in Duluth, Minnesota. I love a casserole. One of my favorite is, what is it called? It's like some weird Mexican thing. And it's basically, you have to find corn tortilla chips, and you put those on the bottom of the dish, and then you cook chicken, and then you put that in cream of chicken soup with a can of chilies, an onion that's been sauteed, and then you pour that over the chips, and then you add cheese and you bake it. And my grandmother used to make that. It's the most amazing thing I've ever had in my life.
Those last few steps are the last steps
I know,
of every casserole.
Then
you add a bunch of cheese
but
and
it's so good. It's so good. I haven't had a tater tot casserole. So if anybody's listening out there and they want to bring me a tater tot casserole to Amilinda, I'll be more than happy to take it.
Well, I'll bring you one.
Perfect. Somebody made green bean casserole a couple weeks ago. That was actually pretty tasty.
So mushroom soup was involved. The Lutheran binder, as we know
I believe so, yes. We were part of the event on Monday, Dim Sum Give Some. The dish that we made, we decided to put on our menu. At the end of the week, we'll figure out what our sales were on that specific dish, and then we're donating that to Kennedy's Disease Research.
It seems like the local restaurant scene is really, really tight-knit. Why do you think that is?
You know, I'm glad you asked that, because that was something that really shocked me. I mean, I was in San Francisco for 18 years. Nobody knew who the hell I was. For most of those 18 years, I was a line cook. I had two chefs who were friends, and I became friends with them outside of the food world. Like, it's a very competitive city. And that really surprised me when I came to Milwaukee. One of the first places I ate at was Odd Duck. I was outside smoking a cigarette, and Ross and Melissa were outside, and I had no idea who the hell they were. And I ended up talking to them, and one of the things I asked them, I'm like, you know, I'm thinking of moving here. I work in the food industry. Is it a cool city? Is there a market for it? And one of the things Melissa said to me is like, it's a very tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody helps everybody.
What's a food trend that you wish would go away?
I mean, actually, the last really gross food trend that I can think of is truffle oil, and that was like mid-90s, maybe late 90s.
I think we're gonna get it next month or something.
Probably. Watch.
I want to ask you as well, like with your roots, like in Venezuela, what are some things that you incorporate? Also, what are some things that you miss that you're not really able to
from Venezuela
obtain, like around here, that you don't have to make yourself?
You'll see plantains on our menu often. That was a big staple. Like, we ate plantains almost every day growing up in Venezuela. In fact, we had plantains, I think, probably about 2 months ago on the menu with our peri-peri chicken, which is a very Portuguese dish. We've done arepas before, which is a staple of Venezuelan and Colombian cuisine. I think they cook the corn, dry it, grind it, cook it again, and you just
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of dry and grind.
Well, you know.
Oh, these guys love it. Even though you're from Venezuela, you specialize in Portuguese and Spanish.
And Portuguese.
Why did you bounce over to that region?
In 1997, by chance, I was put in touch with an American chef who had a restaurant in Madrid the restaurant's called La Gamella. I fell in love with the cuisine and the country. The relationship that they have with food is just something that it's amazing. They will sit down for lunch for 2 hours and eat and share it with my friend and my family. And we're gonna connect and we're gonna talk over this, what apparently looks like very simple food, but has very complex flavors. A couple years later, I had a chance to work at a Portuguese restaurant in San Francisco. So we decided to draw our inspiration from Spain and Portugal.
I had a question. Fuck.
And now you forgot.
May I have another Bofferding? That was the question. I want to hear about some of your hobbies.
Most of the time, I just like to hang out with my dogs. Dogs or cats? What do you think?
I like cats.
My last name is León, which is lion, which is a cat. So you would think I'd be like, yeah, cats, but I don't know. I don't trust cats. We have a Chiweenie, which is Chihuahua Dachshund. That's what they're called. They're called Chiweenies. You can't help but smile when you say the word Chouini.
Chouini.
Chouini. He's named after Guy Savoy, the French chef.
Guy Chouini.
Guy the Chouini. Dogs, they don't give a shit about anything. They're just happy to see you when you walk in the door. Maybe it's because they want to get fed. Maybe it's because they have to take a shit and they know you're going to let them out. I don't really care what the reasoning is. They're just genuinely happy to see you. When was the last time you walked in through a door and somebody was like, oh my God, here he is.
I finally get to take a shit. Tyler's home.
Thanks, Tyler's home. I can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have a weird living situation with my roommate.
Wow. You might want to consider a new roommate, Tyler. We had a dog, Charlie, rest in peace, who used to love chocolate, right? I'm going to pour some out for Charlie. I think he still haunts my house. We'll do this one for Charlie and Roxy, because Roxy just died, too.
And Roxy.
Roxy the Blind Doxy.
Cheers.
That is so smooth and refreshing.
I really like and respect the fact that you will be vocal about your feelings about the world and politics. Why do you think that's important to let people know, like, where you and by extension your business stand?
Funny story, we had this couple come in for dinner, the kind of couple that I would have looked at and been like, well, we probably have different political views. She's telling us how much she enjoyed her dinner, and then she grabs my hand and she says, I love your political post. Please keep it up. We became a sanctuary restaurant, and we had people calling in. We have our hostess, Sophie, and she's the one that's answering the phone, and just people are calling and yelling the most vile things. And, you know, they're accusing us of only hiring illegal immigrants because they're illegal and we can pay them less, and they're not gonna go complain. When in the reality is we pay everybody above market rate because we want people to be able to come to work and not worry about, holy shit, how am I gonna pay my light or my electricity tomorrow? I've been very lucky. And I've met a lot of great people over the 25 years I've been in this industry that have helped me in one way or another to get to where I am now, to be able to own my own restaurant, to be a successful chef. And so, like, I just have to pay it forward.
What are a few of the organizations that you support?
We have a benefit for the HRC coming up in June at Pride
What is
Festival.
HRC?
Human Rights Campaign. We've done stuff for the ASPCA. We've cooked at homeless shelters. We've cooked at battered women's shelters. It's always good to help.
You mentioned you like music a lot.
I do.
What are some of your favorite bands?
Anything Madonna puts out, and I know it's a huge stereotype, but I love the woman. I don't know what I just love her. Kylie Minogue, do you know who she is?
Yeah, from Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I like Heart a lot.
Heart?
Love Heart, yeah.
Okay.
Nancy Wilson, before she ate her sister, I love her. She's amazing.
Where do you think that Milwaukee's food scene is going?
As far as Milwaukee dining right now, I'm looking forward to fair food.
What's your favorite fair food?
You know, I'm classic, corn dog. Just give me corn dog with yellow mustard. I'm good to go. So it has to be French's yellow mustard.
What if it's not French's?
Then no dice.
No dog. I want to do this because my mom, she was a chef.
Why haven't you brought your mother in for dinner?
I will at some point.
Many times I've said fuck tonight. What is she gonna think of
I
me?
say fuck all the time.
Okay, good, as long as she doesn't care.
Jackie Maas, Jackie Montour, whatever you're going by these days. Like, she is the inspiration for me being as adventurous in the culinary industry as I am. What is one food that you never expected that you would love in Milwaukee?
Unexpected surprise in Milwaukee, Indian food. Like Cafe India and the gas station. I was really surprised how good that food was.
Is there any room as the owner to implement some more Venezuelan into what you do?
Yeah, you know, there's always room for us to bring a little bit more Venezuelan flair into our menu. You know, we have to be careful though, because we tout ourselves as a Spanish or Portuguese inspired restaurant, so you have to be really careful. One of the things that we've actually, my sous chef and I, Darlene, have talked about is doing a series of pop-ups based on the colonies. Spain had colonies all over Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Amilinda is just where I am, and that's where I want to focus.
Yeah.
But we do have some plans of doing some pop-ups. Darlene, actually, my sous chef, is planning a Laotian pop-up at Amilinda, so I'm very excited about that. Let's talk about burritos, actually. I want to talk about burritos. Have you ever had a California burrito? I don't know if they're officially called
That's
California
where
burritos.
there are French fries in it, right?
No.
It's a San Diego burrito or something.
Is it?
Right? I don't know. Or is that a sex position? I don't know.
It could be.
I gave her the old San Diego burrito.
I don't really know what you people do in your world. I can't attest to what goes on in your world.
How do you just assume that I'm straight? Oh yeah, my fashion sense and my personality.
The
and my
haircut. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god. Oh god.
Fun fact that Milwaukee has the highest concentration of people with onion and garlic allergy.
Onion and garlic allergy? No, I did not.
And they all come to eat at our restaurant. To the public out there, Spanish and Portuguese cuisine is heavy on the onion and the garlic. Like, that's like a fundamental of this cooking. So if you have that allergy, which by the way, only 1% of the world population actually has that allergy.
Okay, so 7 billion people
They all
in the
seem
world.
to live in Milwaukee.
1% equals 700,000, right?
They all live in Milwaukee.
Which the population of Milwaukee? 700,000.
They all
right?
live in Milwaukee and they all come in to eat at our restaurant.
That's probably a shot, right?
How do you feel about food allergies?
I want to be sympathetic to those that actually have like
Real food allergies?
real allergies. We have a responsibility to be like, hey, this is not my thing, but I could easily put the onions to the side. I could
I mean,
easily
not even that, like, trust us.
whatever.
We're professionals. We know what we're doing.
But like when it comes to lying about an allergy, yeah, that's
No,
insane.
a real allergy, I'm all about it. Like, I get
Yeah,
it.
it's
Like,
insane,
please
'cause-
let us know, because again, I do not want you to die in my dining room. But the other thing is, like, come into my restaurant and trust me. Trust my sous chef. Trust my line cook. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a while. I guarantee you that you will like what you're eating. I really will.
It's like that soup place. Shit, I'm fucking wasted. You're gonna like the way that you look. I guarantee.
Oh, the soup place. I thought you were saying the soup place. That's the Men's Warehouse.
I know. It's
I
like
guarantee-
that. Where
you know
it's
that guy
like,
died. You know he died, right?
I know he got fired by them, which in the corporate world, same
He
thing.
died. Why did he get fired? Was he groping somebody?
Because he guaranteed it and they can follow through. I don't know. Cheers.
Oh my God, that's painful.
Okay, I'm finally drunk.
Do you cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will invite you.
Will you? I love when people cook for you.
It's on.
Okay, deal.
do it.
It's on film. The other thing I wanted to touch on, and now I'm on my soapbox because I'm a little drunk. If the owner or the chef of the restaurant comes up to you while you're in the dining room and asks you how everything is, be fucking honest.
Like Yelp is not the friend you talk shit about your other friend
Right?
to when you leave the room.
Sarah's
Because
a
Yelp
bitch.
is a
She's
thing.
fat. You know what I mean? It's like you
Yelp
don't-
is the one that like influences whether a stranger from another city will make their way to.
Or he
your
likes to
restaurant.
say that Yelp is a place where people who were unpopular in high school go to. When you look at me and you're like, it's all good, and then you walk out the door and you say something crappy about the restaurant, that's not only hurting me and my livelihood, but it's hurting the 9 people that I got working for me.
What's your Mount Spice More?
What's my what?
Your Mount Spice More. Your 4 favorite spices.
I like Berber spice a lot.
The one that you use to make sweaters, right?
Totally.
Berber.
Peri peri, which is a chili that comes from West Africa that made its way to Portugal through the slave trade.
So nice. They named it twice.
Peri peri. So nice to name it twice.
I probably won't have jokes for the other two.
It's like a Szechuan peppercorns.
Accurate.
Accurate. I mean, I think people probably expected me to say saffron, but
It's so rare.
well, no, it's just like one more spice. What's the other one?
Scary.
Scary spice. You asked me what my favorite music is. What's yours? And if you say Madonna, you're just copying me.
I like the song Madonna by And You Will Know Us by
I don't know. who
Trail
that
of
is.
Dead.
I have no idea who that is. How do you know about Kylie Minogue? I'm curious.
I just know. I don't know how.
She's amazing.
She kind of popped in the early 2000s here.
Yeah, but she's been really big in Europe for years.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Like, I don't want to tokenize you. If you don't want to speak to this, you know.
Oh, I tell you what.
But what are your thoughts on all of the local gay bars and whatnot?
I like them because they have somewhat of a hometown feeling to them. You know what I mean? Like, everybody seems to know everybody. I like Cruise a lot. And this is it. Those are probably my 2 favorite bars in Milwaukee.
This Is It, I feel like, is almost like anyone's favorite bar.
You gotta go check it out
once.
now.
If you've gone to This Is It once, it's one of your favorite bars.
Now that they've expanded, you gotta go check it out. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Because they've got a little dance area. You know, you can have a good time. What's your sign?
What is your sign?
My sign is Leo. I'm a Leo, August 1st.
Wow.
You too?
Leon?
Leon, Leo.
Leo? Wow.
I was destined.
Wow.
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 My mom would say I'm destined for greatness.
I don't know anything about that astrology stuff.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
I'm a Sagittarius. What does that mean? Astrology.
Isn't Sagittarius, isn't that a goat or something? Is it?
I think it's based on the year you're born. What is like good dining etiquette? Because I'm obsessed with this.
Good
like
dining
myself,
etiquette.
I want to
Just always be polite and be nice to your server. You're not better than anybody.
It's the
So
thing.
be
and,
nice to the person who's bringing your food.
And minimum 20%.
Oh, totally. I love it. I love what I do. And it's a fucking shitty hard job because they have to deal with these people, with our lovely customers, who I love. We have an open kitchen in Amilinda, so we're able to see every single customer walk in and out. And there is something very rewarding. Like, you know, you've been there for 12 hours. The dishwasher machine, again, is being held by blue painter's tape. If somebody called in sick, your purveyor messed up your order. But all that seems to just go away when you look at that customer and you ask that customer how their experience was, and they're like, oh my God, this was amazing. Because that's really what you want. That's the end goal. For the past 2 hours, you made me super happy. You made me forget all my troubles. I think that's the end goal. Whatever the hell is going on the other side of that door, just relax and have a good time.
Yeah. Is there anything else? What is your one celebrity crush? How about that?
Oh, Robbie Williams. He's a singer. He's British.
Early 2000s, he was huge.
He was. No, I don't. He might be dead for all I know.
But that's when you want to get him.
I just need you to lay in this tub of ice.
Yeah.
And then lay on the bed really still.
Like that's why I'm saying such nice things about Scary Spice, because meet him in the middle. Benjamin Button, these people. Probably cut that out too. Wait. How about any advice?
If you have children, take them out to eat at restaurants as often as you can. Not that I have children or anything, so I probably shouldn't be giving people advice on how to raise their fucking kids, but we had a little girl maybe 2 weeks ago. She ordered the lamb shank, and that thing is probably like 14 ounces. It's huge. And that little girl polished it off, and that just made me smile. It made me so happy to see this child trying something that she probably doesn't eat on a regular basis. You're doing a disservice to your kids if you're taking them out to eat and you're only ordering chicken fingers or mac and cheese or that kind of bullshit. Not that there's anything wrong with mac and cheese. I do love mac and cheese, but educate your child when it comes to eating. That's my advice.
I'm going to be done speaking after this because I have nothing more to say.
He doesn't know I don't like to be touched, but whatever. I had so much fun tonight.
How about you do the, I want to do one version where you do the intro, where it's not abrasive and horrible.
We liked your abrasive and horrible. Gentlemen.
Okay, you're
so nice meeting you.
Okay.
I really had a blast.
So
Thank you so much.
Yes, this is great. I will let you know, like you'll get the final cut before it's live and stuff, but.
Grab the mic from
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.